There is a scary story about a village in Pakistan. You'll be surprised to learn how ghosts and evil forces follow us everywhere. The dark side informs you about evil forces around the globe. This story takes place 40 years ago, and Salman is the main character. Salman loved going to England. Whenever someone from England came home in a nearby village, Salman would rush to greet him. Cycling or walking were the only two ways to travel in the countryside in those days. Bicycles were not available to everyone. A friend of Salman told him that there was a person from England in a certain village, so Salman immediately prepared to meet him. With a friend, Salman rode a bicycle to meet the man. They left home at 2 o'clock and reached this village at 5 o'clock. Salman talked to this person from England a lot and learned a lot from him. In the middle of the night, it was 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock at night in villages means silence everywhere and only dogs barking. Rural areas are more or less like this. A villager is used to sleeping early at night and waking up early in the morning. At 9 o'clock in the night, nobody is seen walking around. Salman expressed his intention to return with his friend, but the man stopped him, saying that it was late at night. During the night, they should stay at his house and go home in the morning. Salman, however, did not agree. He said it was easier to travel at night and he would get home faster. Bicycles were used by both friends to travel home. Despite the darkness of the night, the journey was long. Winter was here. They both felt very cold as well. Winter nights are long, and this night was no exception. During a long and dark night, two friends were riding bicycles to their village. A terrible noise could be heard everywhere, and only fields could be seen in the distance. During their journey, they saw a white object standing in the middle of the road. When closer, a beautiful baby goat was discovered. There was a white kid with black legs. A village was also nearby. This caused Salman and his friend to believe that the baby goat had run away from the village. Salman wanted to take this beautiful goat with him, but his friend said it was too late. It will take them longer to reach home because of this baby goat. A baby goat was left behind by the two friends. After some distance, Salman looked back and saw the baby goat walking behind him, as if telling them to take me along. Salman asked his friend to stay with him. This baby goat is also following us. She was sitting on my lap when I picked her up. It is you who rides a bicycle. Getting off the bicycle, Salman caressed the baby goat and it began making happy sounds as he caressed it. His friend was riding a bicycle while Salman held the baby goat on his lap. Suddenly, his friend asked, "Dude, what is this thing sitting on?" "I am not being cycled. It looks like I've put on 300 kilograms on my backside." Salman also felt that the goat's weight had suddenly increased. Salman asked his friend to stop for a moment. "We are both tired, I think." The two friends came to one place and brought down the baby goat as well. He felt as if he was carrying something very heavy on his lap. Salman felt pain in his legs. After resting for a while, the two friends continued on their journey. It didn't take long for Salman to feel like the baby goat had grown taller than him. He was more than 6 feet tall. The baby goat was thrown down by Salman out of fear. The baby goat was thrown from the bicycle, causing the bicycle to wobble. Salman's friend asked what had happened. Salman told him the entire story. He was made fun of by his friend. Salman told him he was afraid of the baby goat. The baby goat would be carried on his lap while he rode a bicycle. Salman also felt embarrassed in front of his friend. Salman's friend got off the bicycle. Salman was now riding a bicycle. His friend had a baby goat on his lap. Suddenly, Salman realized that the bicycle had become too heavy. He found it difficult to ride a bicycle. As Salman looked back, his friend was sleeping with his head resting on his shoulder. and the baby goat was now over 6 feet high. His legs were touching the ground. Salman shouted to wake up his friend by stopping the cycle. It was also his friend who screamed when he saw that the baby goat had changed into a very frightening form. From his lap, he threw the kid down. As well as leaving the bicycle there, the two friends fled. The village of Salman and his friend was nearby. They both ran into the house. It was late at night and Salman hadn't returned home yet, so his family was concerned. There was a lot of fear on the faces of Salman and his friend. Salman's family asked him about the whole situation and asked him to rest. A bicycle was brought by Salman's family. Salman's friend's family also visited him. As well as him, his friend went home. Despite the fact that 40 years have passed since this incident, Salman still gets goosebumps whenever he remembers it. Salman hasn't been able to figure out how the baby goat got so tall and scary to this day. Would he be considered a demon himself, or did he possess some kind of demonic power? Let us know what you think in the comment section.